Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily Low with your host, Matt McGregor, and the Tone Vase. Good morning, Tone. How are you? Before you say anything, we've fixed the issues with the tech side. Tone was right. I'm a fucking loser, but it's done. Let's go. How are you, mate?
Yeah, it was funny to see in the comments how people are like, you guys bicker more than my parents. That was the funniest comment.
Yeah, we're like an old married couple at this point. Anyway, how's it going?
Good, good. Yeah, let's. I'm a little surprised at the price action. A little surprised, not very surprised, but yeah, go for it, and we'll keep the show short.
Yep.
I still gotta do that, that on-chain show. It feels like maybe a weekend kind of thing, right? Maybe it will be like a longer format where we don't have to talk about the current price action at all because on the weekend shit doesn't really move. So it feels like a Saturday or a Sunday show. We'll see if you have room for that.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about that. Tony and I are
tomorrow. I got a big hike in the morning, so I can't promise a show tomorrow.
Perfect. Let's go into it. I'm starting now on the weekly time frame, and look at this. This is insane. That black line that I put in last night's show at the 115 mark, I said this is what I'm not feeling. And nothing's good for me confirmed until we're above that black line. I was very satisfied with the price yesterday, obviously. I mean, the price was looking decent, and throughout the night, it came all the way up. Look at this time. If you don't have alphanumerics, or you don't, retroactively go recreate alphanumerics through, free indicators and put them all together, this is exactly as I got them set up. Look at that. Look at the 7 simple moving average got pinged on the weekly and got a hard rejection from it. This is what I was concerned about, is why I wasn't full-blown bullish until we crossed that black line, because now, this I'll show you throughout the lower time frames, you'll see it, but now the rejection has come all the way down to exactly the 30 simple moving average, as you can see right here. So this is just stuck in that zone. How far did we drop? We dropped 6%, and nearly $7,000 in a day. It could really change the vibe of everything, but it hasn't totally. Let's just go through the daily time frame here. Once again, look at these moving averages. Is that almost to the dollar of the 50 simple and the 30 simple cluster? Yeah, it's almost to the dollar of the 50 simple and the moving averages. Rejection, hard rejection. The 4-hour time frame, it's a hard rejection almost off the 200 simple moving average. Well, this puts us in the spot that I was concerned about. This is why I drew that black line in. As close as we got to breaking that black line, this is a classic first attempt rejection to put in to change the whole structure of the market, which would be it changes that lower high structure that we had. This puts it into really, really good bullish territory, up above all the moving averages on the 4-hour, on the daily, and on the weekly. And getting rejected from all those moving averages really puts the bear case back on the table as it is for now. I will say that if we can recover from here, let's just say we got the rejection of this is speculation, of the 50 and the 30 simple on the daily. We came back down and got back right on the 200 simple. Let's say we recover from here. I would view that as a really, really good sort of structure change. The same way I talk about getting above all the moving averages is a structure change, because we're not just doing lower highs all the way down. Putting in a really solid, higher low to the downside is a very, very positive, W pattern that everybody likes to talk about. So I would consider a trade. I'm not going to do it, but I could consider a trade right in this zone if we have a really good day in the stock market. Because the stop loss, you could put in a really good stop loss just below, 106. Now is 108 for a spot buy or like a 2x leverage trade. There's a trade on the table right now to the upside, but that's sort of the last hope, because if we lose that 106, I might even put a black line in there, but it doesn't matter. But like if we lose that 106, it's what I've said. I think it's really, really bad for the market. The all the luster that came out of yesterday's trade looks like 1,000 bots just went short from the moving averages, and smart money went short. I don't like it. The only thing that I like about this drop is back on the weekly that I've been really, really, really hoping that we would get a reset on the Copic curve. And now that the price has dropped, we're so close to getting a reset. So everything I said in the whole last 2 weeks is that I really want a reset on the Copic curve, and then stay above the 50 simple on the weekly, round off and put in upside. But as it stands right now, none of that's happened. It's all speculation. Coming back to you in the studio, Tone. That's a big drop in a day, and it really does change the structure. You're probably still bullish. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Please like and subscribe. Please share it with your friends. Join the Discord group. We've got little QR codes in the corner that can give you free access to trading bots, free access to a great Discord group, and a community that wants you and likes you. Toad, what are we doing, mate? What do you think?
So I'll provide the bullish case first, and the bullish case, the S&P 500 is exactly where it was. It's just that Bitcoin is spazzing out a little bit. And as long as the stock market is not crashing, and if we do get a nice bullish week next week, I just don't see how Bitcoin is not going to reverse and also make new all-time highs. So my eyes are on the stock market. You can see that yesterday's candle was computer slow a little bit. Yesterday's candle was just a doji candle here in the stock market. I'm gonna turn off alpha numerics. How do I get rid of this? Let's get rid of that. I'm gonna turn off alpha numerics for a second. So, and I'm gonna turn off MRI details, extension, all display trend numbers. Extension details, none.
Tone will find a way to have tech issues still. Yeah, mate, that's part of the journey.
So yesterday's candle in the stock market wasn't bad. And we're still waiting for new highs in the stock market. And if that happens, I just don't see how Bitcoin doesn't follow with it. Now, on the big picture of Bitcoin, we're continuing to consolidate, which is good. I would love to see an MRI top, but if next month is a little bit in the current vicinity, then we're going to break the MRI count, but we can start a new one, and maybe we will have, another 10 months of upside. I think that's pushing it a bit on the bull market, but it's possible. Weekly candle. And I really wanted to see us close in that 114, 115 vicinity. Closing this low, it doesn't really change much. It's not like I'm extra bearish. We can still reverse, and it goes back to what I said about the stock market. The daily chart, look, we expected this. So on the daily chart, I'm actually going to go back to this is Ethereum, which continues to go down as I expected with this arrow. But I'm going to pull up BTC USD on Binance, and that's what I've been pointing to all week on a daily scale because of the MRI buy that took place here. And as I said in yesterday's show, yesterday was the fourth candle of the reversal, and I needed 5 candles to go up before I assume that the low is here to stay. This is just a 4-candle dead cat bounce to the upside, and we got rejected. This is the 4th candle of a dead cat bounce. We got rejected. What does it mean? Does it mean that we are now going to start the extension phase and go all the way down? I'm leaning towards that. But Bitcoin still has a chance. You're already seeing the current daily candle having a bit of a reversal, probably the 10 a.m. reversal that is happening right now. We still have a chance to get out of it. But if this low is broken, and I know I'm picking on Binance Exchange here, I'll go back to the index. If we get a new daily closing low, then yes, Bitcoin is probably in trouble. but I still have this contradiction with the stock market making new all-time highs. They will be aligned. So if Bitcoin is going to go down and make new lows, then somebody is lying. Either Bitcoin price is lying and it's imminently going to reverse, or the stock market is lying and it's imminently going to crash as well. They will realign. This misalignment can only take place for several weeks, at worst a few months. They are going to misalign. So I think that the higher probability is that Bitcoin is lying and the stock market is the more stable part of the global economy than Bitcoin. And this is why I mean, look, we can make up all kinds of reasons as to why the price crashed. My favorite one is obviously, Matt, you should know which one I'm going to say. What did I say yesterday that kicked off the tangent of me screaming at people that why you should take profits, right? I literally said, take profit on the 1 hour MRI top. And when I said that, people are like, no, you never sell Bitcoin. You never sell Bitcoin. Well, look what happened on the hourly MRI top yesterday. We were doing our show right here, literally right here at the top. Bitcoin was pushing 114. And I said,
and then Tone sold 500 Bitcoin live on air and bloody destroyed the whole thing. Thanks, mate.
And we had a yellow arrow right on this candle. This candle was making new highs. And I literally said, guys, next candle is the MRI top. You really want to take your profit. And people took their profit and the price started to go down, which made people scared, which made more people sell. We hit an MRI buy, but it was in the, late into the evening. Wasn't enough. We're reversing now.
Yep.
And maybe we can recover. Like if we can recover this today, then the world will be all right again. We will be in line with the S&P. But until
just go back to that daily for a second. Sorry to cut you off. And that's why I made the point that I think there's a buy on the table right now, because we know that 106 is danger zone. But this is a nice spot off that 200 simple moving average to take a punt. These are the kind of trades I want. We saw it yesterday that the price can rocket. It wants to go higher. And if it can get saved on the downside and put in a higher low, I think there's a really good shot here. But if we lose 106, I'd be running for the hills.
Yep. I am treating this candle as an MRI buy candle. I should probably label it on the index so that it's here forever. I'm actually going to do that right now. How do I do that? Shall I think it's this right here. Yeah. I'm going to say spirit. I can't spell. Hold on. Now it's frozen. Spirit of MRI buy. See Binance Exchange. All right. So there it is, right? So this is an MRI buy for me, like I've been saying. And I'm treating this as a 1 to 4 candle correction, but we can still recover. We can still go back up. We can still make a new daily closing swing high. And if we can get over all of these moving averages, I don't even, at this point, I don't necessarily need a new closing high above 115. I just need us above these averages. I mean, it's only 114 and a half, right? It's almost the same thing. I just need a daily close above these averages, but and I want the MRI count to break and start a new one, right? Because if we get an MRI top right here at 115, that's also not going to be great. But at the end of the day, we're gonna. I think we're gonna match the S&P 500. There's a chance the S&P 500 is gonna swing to the downside and follow Bitcoin, but it's more likely Bitcoin's going to swing up and follow the S&P.
Yep. I reckon that's enough for today, because we both said the same thing. You just said it better than me. I agree. Totally agree.
Gold hits support at a moving average on the daily. I don't think it's enough to bring gold back to new all-time highs. I think gold is about to start correcting. There you have a chance, based on the weekly scale, there is more room to the upside. Based on the monthly scale, there is more room to the upside. But even on a monthly scale, you can still get your MRI top without making new highs. So I don't know. I see way too many people that are out there saying gold and silver are just getting started. I mean, I don't understand how you can look at a chart like this and think this move is just getting started. I don't know what's going through people's brains when you see that.
Tone, how many go on Twitter? People believe, and I've said this all the time, been saying it for 3 years. People are like, "Oh, Bitcoin hasn't even started a bull market yet. Like, there's been no bull market this cycle." It's like, well, we're up 400% off the lows or more. Like 500%. That's a bull market. That's a bull market.
I mean, it's a bull market, but it still doesn't look like this, right? Sometimes you don't go by percentages. Go with your eyes. Forget percentages. Forget the math. Just forget everything you know. Forget that this is silver. Just look with your eyes at this chart. In fact, we can look at the monthly chart. That's even better because then you get, the 1980s as well. Ignore the fact that these are monthly candles. Don't ignore the fact what asset this is. How do you look at a chart like this and then tweet to the world, we're just getting started? Come on.
You could look at that chart and say, geez, gold looks fantastic, bullish, but not just getting started.
Right? I'm the guy that's been screening for 10 years. I am always bullish at a new all-time high. A new all-time high is when you're bullish, not when it looks like this.
Yeah. Right. All right. Come on. All
right. We're done.
Short show today. Hey, I want to make a point. Today, you got anything more? No,
I'm done. I'm just...
No. Hey, guys, I've got a note here. Most lovely chat today. That's a poor grammar. But the chat has been really, really nice today. I don't know what's going on. It's just been so supportive of us. Thank you so much. Good on you.
I actually didn't look at the chat today, ironically. I just forgot to pull it up.
Oh, that was
I saw you posting the comments while I was talking, but I couldn't read them because I was focused on the charts.
We'll take my word for it. They've been great.
All right, cool. Awesome. Thank you guys for joining.
Thanks, guys. Oh, tomorrow we might not have a show. Tone's gone for a hike to go find himself. But Friday is going to be a massive show, a very, very important show to see if we can hold those critical moving averages. I really like the idea that we had the pump, almost got to the obvious zone of what we needed to see 115, and we stalled out at 114 on all the moving averages. That's pretty obvious to me. But to regain that and to get above it on the second attempt is even better than the first attempt for me. I still think there's a higher low that we're putting in, which could be a good buy now, and a very clear point that below 106, I'm not bullish at all. So both sides of the candle. Have a nice day. We'll see you Friday.
Yep, we'll see you Friday, guys. One last peek at something. Someone asked me for BTI. There it is. We talked about this MRI top on a monthly, and what a beautiful correction it has been. I know it was a little bit tricky with the daily chart because this was the weekly, had this weekly MRI top, but that went a little bit further. But here we are on a weekly MRI buy. I think this trade is probably coming to an end. It was a daily MRI top inside a weekly, inside a monthly. They just didn't perfectly align, but eventually the monthly did exactly what it was supposed to do. All right, guys. And on that note, signing out. Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys.